morning and welcome back. We are back in Canada and more specifically back on the island. You probably know that if you watched the last video. In this video we're going to be kind of doing a little Vancouver Island sort of road trip. I had a bigger plan of going like all the way to the northern part of the island, but since it's the beginning of April, the weather up that way is supposed to be absolutely terrible, like just raining and stuff. So I'm going back to one of my all-time favorite places in Canada, and that is the Tofino area. It's supposed to be gorgeous the next couple of days, minus tomorrow, I think is the only day it's supposed to rain. So today we're going to be heading towards Cathedral Grove to start off this sort of road trip. I've never been to Cathedral Grove, passed it many a times. Really looking forward to going. They're just some really old forest, old growth trees, super massive. Should be pretty cool. It's very sort of like foggy out today, so I'm hoping there's a little bit of the fog with the sunshine in the forest. I think it'd be very cool with that. So we will check back in when we get to Cathedral Grove. Milo, are you ready to see some big trees? Do you want to go see some big trees? Should we go? Should we go see some big trees? Should we go see some big trees? Yeah? Okay, let's go. So we're on the north trail first. There's like two trails. There's the north one and the south one. And from what I've read, I'm pretty sure the north one has more like redwoody trees. And then the south part is like all the Douglas firs. So start off with this one. So we are on the road here. We're heading 30 minutes back the way we came because there's another hike that I'm looking to do. It was really cool getting to see like the main area of Cathedral Grove and all like the super, massive trees. It's kind of funny because like being on the island after, going through Washington on the last part of the way back from Baja, it just honestly feels like a continuation of the Olympic Peninsula. I mean, it makes sense because they're right there. But yeah, either way, we are heading to a new hike, and I was just kind of planning out my next couple of days around the weather because the hike is in the Parksville and Qualicum Beach area, and I'm thinking we're going to stay around that area tonight because tomorrow, late morning, early afternoon there, looks like some sun's going to happen, and then tomorrow in Tofino is supposed to absolutely pour. So then Saturday to like Tuesday or Wednesday is the plan to go to Tofino and get to explore all the hikes and stuff I've never done there before. So looking forward to that. We're kind of, chasing good weather. So that's the plan, but we'll check back in when we get to the next hike. All right, so we're at the second sort of hike for the day. Got Milo in the bag to start, obviously, and then Juno down here on the leash. Apparently this is supposed to have a very nice sort of lookout view, so that's what we're after. So see if we can find some. Well, that's a very meh kind of lookout. The pictures looked a lot better, but at least the forest is pretty cool. It's kind of like the redwoods with like a bunch of moss on it. It's actually pretty awesome. So at least that part's pretty good. But we're about to head back to the van. So we made it to the spot where we're gonna have dinner and probably watch a sunset before we find a little stealth camping spot around here. But the dogs are nice and tired, still haven't been in bed, so they've just been chilling, lying down. I'm just gonna go explore around, maybe hopefully see a nice sunset. So find out. Good morning. We are just on the way to Tofino. Last night we ended up getting to this little pull-off that was off of the main highway, like a road off the main highway, and there was a pull-off on that road, which is where we're leaving right now. Wasn't too eventful last night. We just, sort of got to the spot, had dinner, and went to bed, and here we are. So we're on the way to Tofino. I think we're gonna go do the rainforest hike first. should be pretty cool. There's two, you know, loops, A and B, and we get to go see some cool, lush greenery this morning. All right, so we're on the Rainforest Loop trail here. Kind of surprised I was the only car in the parking lot, so I don't think there's anyone else here. It is like 8:30, but it's a Saturday on Easter long weekend, so kind of shocked that there's not another person here. So the whole trail is on sort of this bridge. From what I've read, it's to protect the rainforest floor, but you know, makes it a little bit easier and less muddy, so not complaining. So we got back from the rainforest hike, super cool. It's actually kind of convenient that there's sort of the bridge the whole time, because it is a rainforest, so it's always wet and sort of like mist raining. But we drove like 5 minutes down the road, and now we're at Long Beach, which will be the first beach that we go see on this little Tofino couple-day trip down here. And then, yeah, it's still pretty quiet, and like very surprised of how quiet it's been on a Saturday. It's almost 10 a.m. for a long weekend. I know it's Easter, but I was here last Easter long weekend, like in 2025, and it was a lot busier. So, you know, hoping that it continues that way, because when you're in Tofino and it's quiet, it's amazing. It doesn't get better. We're at the second beach of the day. Wasn't really planning on coming here to the spot I wanted to go to. The parking was completely full. That was Cox Bay Beach, so we came to Chesterman Beach, and we're just going to stay here for a couple of hours because I want to watch the sunset at Cox Bay Beach. It's about 1:30, so it's kind of the busiest time, and then parking here until about 4:30, and then go over there and hopefully we'll find some parking. So let's go explore another beautiful beach in Tofino. And worked out just as planned. There's parking available now. Just had a quick dinner, and now I'm just gonna leave the dogs chilling in here. They've been sleeping for the last little while after being outside the whole day, and we're gonna be trying to find a nice sunset. Got the coffee right here. We got back to this camp spot last night after watching the sunset. The camera died on me, so it was pretty late, so let the camera charge, went to bed, and here we are. We are at the Ucluelet campground. I've mentioned it before in some videos when I've come to Tofino, is that finding like wild spots or like stealth camp spots is almost impossible unless you want to drive like an hour outside of this area. So Ucluelet, for those who don't know, it's just like a small, sort of more local town. It's about just under 30 minutes from the main part of Tofino, but there's also some like hikes and stuff I want to do around Ucluelet. So today, after finish my coffee, we're going to start off by doing the Lighthouse Loop, which is in Ucluelet, so we're only like 7-8 minutes away. It looks beautiful. I've never done it, so looking forward to that, and it's looking like it's going to be another beautiful sunny day, so can't wait. It's always amazing when you get this weather here in Tofino. It's super special. We are on the trailhead, and man, it is such a beautiful day out today. Like, it's just sunny, warm. Well, we are back, hitting the road towards Tofino. We're going to be going for another sort of beach slash hike. I've never been here before, but the pictures look amazing, so looking forward to seeing something new, and we'll see you guys on the trail. So we got back from that hike. It's actually a pretty cool hike. It's the Tonkin Trail, and there's like 3 different beaches that you can kind of go to along the way. Super beautiful, and it's kind of cool too because the water is pretty calm and it's less windy because, you know, it's kind of more sheltered in the area that it is. But we ended up driving to Long Beach, which was the very first beach we went to when we got to Tofino. Took dogs out. They're having fun playing with sticks and whatnot, and then now I'm just going to be getting some dinner ready and then getting ready to watch another amazing sunset here in Tofino. It's going to be a good one. So we're just going for the sunset walk now, just to, you know, take some pictures as usual. Dogs out before I came out, but now they're just back at the van having some dinner, and it's been very nice because it has gotten so quiet out here in Tofino since the late afternoon, since tomorrow is a working day, and I still have, you know, another week before I head back to that reality. So it's kind of nice being here right now because there's not very many people, since, you know, most people probably have to go back to Victoria or Vancouver to start working the week. So just taking it in, having, you know, it's very nice having this beach. Kind of feels like you have it to yourself. It's very nice in a way. So looking forward to another amazing sunset here. Good morning. We are back on the road. We're just heading to Cox Bay Beach, just kind of for the day, for our last day at Tofino. Should be pretty quiet considering that it's a weekday now. And then, yeah, I think we're just gonna hang out around Tofino until about dinner time. And then after dinner, we're gonna be leaving and just going to that random spot about an hour and a half up the highway on our way. But we'll see you guys at one of my favorite beaches here in Tofino. Do you wanna go to the beach? Do you wanna go to the beach? Do you wanna go to the beach? Okay, we'll go to the beach. So, took dogs out on the beach like you saw, and as you can tell, I am back up at the top of this viewpoint. But it's still one of my favorite views ever, especially in Tofino. It's a gorgeous day out, and it's kind of nice because, like I was saying before, it's a working day right now, so this beach is super quiet, so it's been really cool being able to, like, experience it just a little bit more to yourself. Can't complain in these views. Doesn't get better. Good morning. We are back on the road after staying at the spot that we got to last night. It was, you know, nothing special, just a random sort of pull off on a road off the main highway. You know, just does it for the night. But we are starting to head kind of back towards Victoria-ish. I'm thinking we're going to be going to the Lake Cowichan area. I've never really been to that area too much. Maybe find some nice hikes to do the rest of the day and continue exploring Vancouver Island. So there's a little change of plans. We didn't end up going towards Cowichan Lake. We actually just stopped right by where Cathedral Grove was because there's this lookout hike of Mount Horn and Lake Cameron. Looks super cool, so a little bit different, but let's keep on going for this hike. Well, we have made it to the lookout. The dogs are enjoying it, like the Junes, and check out this view. So we're heading back down towards the van. Should be kind of slow going because it was pretty steep coming up, so it's going to be a little bit challenging with the 2 doggos and holding the camera on the way down, so we'll make it down. So see you guys at the van. So we're just hanging out at this like little rest area right here on Cameron Lake. It's right by the highway. Like the van is just right there. So as you can see, there's the highway. And yeah, we're just hanging out here until like a little bit later, until we go to our little stealth spot for the night. It's like 10 minutes away, so not too bad. And the dogs just get to enjoy being out on a small little rocky beach on this beautiful lake. So it's a pretty good way to end the night. Good morning. We have been on the road for a little bit now. We got to that spot last night that we stayed at on our way to Tofino, and I just got up kind of early today and left because, like I was saying before, it's kind of near farmhouses, and I don't really like to hang around too long in areas like that if that's where I sleep. So we've pulled into about like Langford, which is just, you know, outside Victoria. It's got a few errands done, and now we got about another hour to go to Jordan River. It's a cool little spot, not too far from the city. It's actually one of my favorite little areas. I go there quite a bit when I'm working in Victoria. There's a couple different hikes and beaches to go to that we're going to be going to over the next couple days. So yeah, we're going to be doing the Mystic Beach hike, so we'll see you guys on the trail. Alright, so I just had to stop to go fill up on some diesel, and man, the diesel prices in BC are so crazy. Like, it makes California look cheap. Like, it was $2.60 a liter, which is insane. And just to put that into perspective for some of the American viewers, that is $9.84 a gallon. That is in Canadian dollars, so it'd be, you know, a little cheaper than that, but my God, the gas prices are so wild. So we made it to the trailhead, and I was thinking it was gonna be great because, you know, it's a Thursday at 1:45 in the afternoon. I thought, you know, it's a weekday in the middle of the afternoon. It's probably gonna be dead here. Look at this. The whole parking lot is packed. I know it's a popular spot, but man, I thought it would be a little bit chiller, but whatever, let's get the dogs going. Hopefully it's not too busy on the trail. I know there's like the day area for a different beach in this parking lot too, so I'm hoping majority of the people are going there, but I doubt it, but should still be a good time, so let's get on the trail. So we got back from the hike. We're just sort of at this day use area in Jordan River, just having some dinner down here, then we'll watch the sunset because it should be a pretty nice one here, considering that it's a pretty clear night, not very many clouds, and you get a great view of the Olympic mountain range in Washington across the water there. It's kind of funny looking out and seeing those mountains because we were there, you know, not too long ago. But yeah, then after that we'll be heading up to our spot for the night, which is just like a logging road. It's about 5 minutes from here, and look how tired Juno is after that hike. Hey, love to see it. Same with Milo. They should be sleeping well tonight, but looking forward to seeing the sunset first. Good morning. We are just currently leaving the spot where we stayed the night. Like I was saying yesterday, it's just like a logging road. This little, you know, starting off the main highway, this logging road about 500 meters up, there's a big like sort of like clearing that I've, you know, stayed at before, no issues, pretty convenient. But we're currently just heading to Sombrio Beach. It's another sort of hike along like the Fuka area, and it's about 30 minutes. So we will see you guys on the trail at the beach. Should be a good one. All right, we're about to go do the Sombrio Beach hike. There is like a hidden waterfall at the end. I did come to this hike in a video about a year ago, but I have not been back since I made that video. So looking forward to seeing it. It's pretty cool actually. It's a pretty cool little hidden waterfall. So let's go check it out. Gotta walk up this river to get to the waterfall. Some spots are kind of nice and dry, but sometimes you're walking right through the water. So So we made it back from that hike, and like I was saying, it was pretty awesome getting there sort of early on a weekday to be able to experience it, you know, for a little bit before anyone got there. But I think this is where we're gonna leave it off for this video because it's supposed to pour tomorrow, so it kind of, you know, ruins the plan. So see you guys in the next one.